Yeah, I know. Real quick one, man. Andre Ward called it. He called it last year. He said Tyson Fury is an awkward fighter. And Deontay Wilder might not want to get back in the ring with a guy like that. With a guy that got a good jab and good movement. A guy that took him 12, right? Got up from his biggest shot. You guys remember that cocksucker barbershop conversations talking about race, and Andre Ward went back and forth with him like, yo, bro, I made that comment because, Tyson Fury gave him that work. We've never seen a guy give that type of energy and activity in that performance that he put on in that first fight. So that was his opinion. He walked it back. I think it was because of the networks or the beef or, all the, criticism he was getting through Twitter and Instagram. But Andre Ward was correct, man. You don't want to get back in the ring with a guy that's so unpredictable, with a guy that's so awkward, man. So you guys got to go back, man, and listen, man. I told you before, man, Tyson Fury is the truth. I'm not one of the guys on YouTube right now, claiming that Tyson Fury is a good fighter and he's the best and he's lineal. I've been saying he's the best. I've been saying he was lineal. I've been saying that he is a great fighter. And, look at his opposition. And I always told you, he fights down to his opposition and he fights up to the competition. And that's what he did against Klitschko. That's what he did against Otto Wallin, which was a good fighter. And he always had problems with shorter fighters. But at the end of the day, I knew he was going to knock out this cocksucker. I called it first. I ain't got to keep proving it to you dudes, man. All my videos say and explain how he was going to do it, why he was going to be able to do it because of the, just the pure boxer that he is and the trash fighter that Deontay Wilder is. You got to understand something. You can't bank on your power for 12-round fights. You got to be able to do other things. I remember an interview and his girl was talking. Well, they was interviewing Deontay Wilder and his girl, jumped in, was like, Wilder don't get enough credit for his jab and his movement. All they do is talk about his power, but he can do a lot of other things. And I'm sitting back like, well, that's his girl. Maybe she sees something in the bedroom that we shouldn't see. But at the end of the day, in the boxing ring, that's all he has is the big right hand. So what happens when someone takes that away? What happens when, you understand me, you can't use the big right hand no more? What happens if someone takes your right hand and you don't hurt them? They keep walking through and they keep walking forward and they push you back. Can you fight on your back foot? Can you use your jab? What else can you do? What other tools in your toolbox you going to be able to use if the big right hand doesn't work? That's why boxing is back, baby. That's why Tyson Fury took that WBC belt, because we was dealing with a one-dimensional fighter. A guy like Deontay Wilder should never have been champion. I'm happy that he made money. I'm happy that he could feed his family, but it's over. So we got boxing back, man. Heavyweight boxing was always the best thing that was moving and shaking, man. Floyd took 147, that weight class, and he took it to another level. You see what I'm saying? Because it was all about heavyweights, man. But I'm happy Andre Ward made that statement, and he should have stood by that statement to this day. Because then, people would have looked back and said, damn, Andre Ward was right, man. You know what I mean? He might not want to get in the ring with a guy like Tyson Fury again for the rematch. And, Deontay Wilder is still angry at Andre Ward because of that. But he was just talking facts, and truthfully, he was giving his opinion. And like I said, you can't give your opinion in this sport without being called a racist or Uncle Tom. And he was being called both. You feel what I'm saying? And he's one of the realest dudes, realest brothers you can never meet. I met him, one of the realest people that is going to give you his opinion. And he's a little bit biased, right? But, everybody's biased. Point is, he was talking facts. Now, I wanted to bring that to y'all attention so y'all can remember the fact that Andre Ward said, Deontay Wilder fought to a draw with Tyson Fury. I don't think he would want to get back into a ring with this guy because of his style, right? Because of his movement, right? Because he's a different type of beast. You see what I'm saying? Now we want to see Joshua versus my boy Fury in the UK, Saudi Arabia. I don't care. I remember, Tyson Fury off the top of the head saying he would never fight in the UK again. I don't know if I'm right about that, but I have to look up a quote, find out if I'm correct. But I can remember him saying this, and I don't understand why. So I need more information. So any of you guys know why he said that, let me know. But that fight in the UK with Joshua would be big, but I'm not sure it will have the money attached to how big the fight actually is. So the fight might have to move to Saudi Arabia. They'll take that. They'll probably pay $1 billion. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, Deontay Wilder's reign is over. And it's sad because his reign was terrible, right? He fought bums, right? You can't name guys he beat other than Ortiz, right? So that's terrible for his legacy. But if you look at his legacy on another hand, you can say, well, with the limited ability, he was able to knock out guys and make millions of dollars, right? I will leave you with this. It's a reason why he didn't want that $120 million for AJ. It's a reason, man. Nobody turned down $120 million because of your pride. It was because they knew that my boy Joshua would have knocked him out, and it would have stopped their money. Networks, all that. It would have stopped their money. You feel what I'm saying? But now both of the belts is in the UK where it belongs. Like I told you, that's where it belongs. Until we get in America, the USA, a real heavyweight champion, a real scale heavyweight champion, then we'll see the fall of Joshua or your boy Tyson Fury, because at the end of the day, you know, that's what it got to be. Because we don't need Deontay Wilder holding the mantle as a USA representing us. No, that's disgusting. That's terrible for boxing. He embarrassed us. Ain't this Black History Month? He got beat up by a white boy. Black History Month. Yeah, did it? I'm remembering. Yeah, because, like, yo, wasn't Deontay Wilder Friday night on Instagram talking about the fight? Shouldn't he have been chilling? Shouldn't he have been thinking of a game plan? Shouldn't they have been drawing up some stuff? You on Instagram? Didn't Adrian Broner go to the casinos? Didn't Keith Thurman go to the casinos prior to their fight? These guys are not disciplined, man. And that told me when I seen him on Instagram Friday, I said, this dude chilling. This dude making jokes. He answering questions. And I'm like, nah, this ain't right, man. This dude, he tripping, B. He don't understand the magnitude of this fight. He don't think that, you think that Tyson Fury went to the Crunk gym and switched trainers and things of this nature because he was playing? You thought that Tyson Fury, see, that's the thing, man. Tyson Fury, he's basically telling you the impossible, right? So you're thinking he's playing games with you, right? But he ended up doing exactly what he said he's going to do, and then he messed your brain up because you thought he was joking. He was dead serious, man. So Tyson Fury won the first fight, real talk, and he won by knockout, by stoppage. They threw in the towel, which was embarrassing. This second fight, man, I'm going to leave you with this, matter of fact. You look at the Anthony Joshua fight in Ruiz, right? Ruiz got knocked out in the first or the second round. Joshua did his thing up until the fourth round. You understand me? He got hit with a lucky shot, which he could never really recover from. His legs was never back to normal. And he got up off the canvas, His team did not throw in the towel. The referee signaled a wrong signal to Joshua. Joshua followed the wrong signal, apparently. And that's how that fight was stopped. Now, it was a bad knockout because he got knocked down a few times. But you cannot compare those two losses. Deontay Wilder got destroyed. Period. From round one. At least Joshua knocked that cocksucker out. You dig what I'm talking about? Point blank, period. And of course, in the second fight, what happened? Deontay Wilder got smarter, right? And he lost weight, and he used his distance, he used his jab, and your boy Ruiz had to respect his power. He beat him. In the second fight for Deontay Wilder, what I keep telling you, nothing will change. He will not change his boxing ability. He won't change trying to go to the body. He won't try to shoot his jab. He won't try to straighten up his hook. He won't do anything but depend on a big right hand, which is very telling because he said, that's what he said. I'm going to knock him out when the time presents itself. That's all he kept saying. That means that his team let him down because they should know better than that. You have to have other abilities. So just like, you know, Deontay Wilder promised the knockout and he banked on his big right hand, And Tyson Fury banked on his boxing ability and the fact that he was going to knock out your boy Deontay Wilder. They both did it exactly what they said they was going to do, but Tyson Fury prevailed and did exactly what he's supposed to have done. Knock that bum out. You rockin' with your boy CBT. Holla at me.
Welcome Mexican style to heavyweight boxing. Let's do that.
Whatever the cards for now.
Man.
Talk some things.
Ooh, this beat rocking. You should be getting a haircut to this beat right here, man. You used to go watch Anthony Joshua knock out greatest hits. You see what I'm saying? Rock out to the channel, man. Subscribe. Share the video, man. If you're Anthony Joshua supporter, man, put your fists in the air, man. If you're Anthony Joshua supporter, man, put something in the comment section, man. If you riding with Anthony Joshua, you believe he gonna knock out.
Thought you had to figure out new media, new perspective, casual boxing talk.